Welcome to today's February office hours. My name is Kelsey, and I'm the Senior Product Marketing Manager for PropertyIntel. And today we also have Zach Decker, the Product Owner for PropertyIntel, here to run us through the demo of the new features. Today we expect this one to be a little shorter than usual, but of course we'll expand time at the end for any questions that come up. So feel free to drop those in the chat as we go through the webinar, and then we will answer those as they come up or at the end. So today we'll cover new features and improvements since the last webinar in January. Zach will run us through a demo. We'll take a look at the roadmap, and then again, we'll have time at the end for open Q&A and a special beta announcement and opportunity for you. So jumping in to what is PropertyIntel? We go over this in every single one of our monthly webinars, just to reinforce the value that we are trying to bring to your companies, driving home the value that we bring, collecting, connecting, and visualizing that property and customer data so that you can become more profitable and more efficient running your business. I'm actually on site here in St. Louis with about 250 to 300 coworkers, and we're talking about what the future of PropertyIntel looks like, and it's very exciting for us, and it's very exciting for you guys as well as we continue to develop this solution for you. So today, Zach will run us through a demo of new features since the last office hours webinar. So we have some PDF upload improvements to share. Based on some customer feedback, we were hearing that when you were zooming in on PDFs, that it was buffering a lot and the quality was very poor. And this was done purposely originally for file storage and performance issues, but when you come to having to create your plans or your measurements with those PDF files, it just wasn't working with the quality that was there. So a new update is going to preserve that PDF file type quality, allowing the visual piece of that when you're zooming in, it's going to remain crystal clear and give you a better experience while you're using that PDF file type. We also have the created by project filters. And Zach, if you wanted to speak a little bit more to this, I believe we had that filter set up previously in the last release, but it wasn't creating a brand new filtered list, and we have fixed that since then.
Yeah, thanks, Kelsey. So yeah, the created by project filter is kind of expanding upon the previous filters that we've added to the system on the project list index area whenever you're looking at a list of all your projects. And so now you can click add filter, and along with the previous filters that we had for keyword, tags, bid date, parent property, there's now created by. And so what you can do is click that and enter the name of either your name or any user in your system and get a filtered list of all of their projects that they've created. So that can help specifically as an individual, so that way you don't have to see everybody else's projects, and you can save that view. So that way each time you reference your projects list, you can, immediately have a list of just your projects. Or if you were, a manager for your organization and wanted to look at, reference a project that you might not know the name of, but you know who created it, you could search for the created by and see a list of all the projects that specific user has created.
Awesome. So we'll cover those two, and then we will also cover what I am most excited about today, which is our ProMaps feature that is currently in beta. So we're going to be bringing you some AI data layers, auto measuring, and there's a lot of exciting stuff available there in ProMaps. And I'll speak a little bit more to the beta period when we get to the end. But for now, I'm going to pass it over to Zach to give us a demo of those new features.
Okay, cool. Thanks, Kelsey. I think first, what I'm going to do is look at PDF upload and then look at ProMaps and then wrap up with created by, and then I'll throw it back over to you to talk about the beta stuff here at the end. So let me go ahead and share my screen. Okay, cool. So looking here first, gonna look at the PDF upload improvements. So like Kelsey was saying previously, it was intentional. Kind of the way we did it was we were converting those PDFs that you uploaded to the system into JPEG images, and that's what was ultimately resulting in not the best quality. But now we have transitioned to use a new upload conversion tool that's going to better support PDFs and allow more features here in the near future. And so the big part is, so let's do, I'm going to create a new project and start with a file upload. And I will select this PDF here. So previously when we had these large PDFs and they'd get converted, we would have issues with the line quality and image quality. But now um, with our new conversion tool that we switched over to, we're able to better support that and get this higher resolution image. And so you can see as I zoom in, um, it will automatically kind of render these images and lines a lot more clear to allow you to draw more accurately and precise as you progress through any of your PDF takeoffs that you might be doing. So coming in kind of in the near future, along with this work, is going to be the ability to replace a page and selecting which page in a PDF document you want to upload, or pages if you want to upload multiple. The way it works right now is if you upload a PDF with multiple pages, it will upload all of those pages, and then they can be manually managed down here in the page management area of the markup view. So this is being released. This PDF quality enhancements are coming out this Thursday, the 29th. So something to look forward to there. Next, I'm going to go over to ProMaps. So what ProMaps is going to be using the data layers from near maps to automatically draw certain features on your screen. So here I'm within a project, and if you have ProMaps enabled for your environment, up here you'll have this ProMaps icon. So this will be permissioned in your system because it does cost. Right now it says 2 credits, but I think there's talks on what the credit cost is going to be for ProMaps right now. But for now, whenever you click the ProMaps icon, it's going to pop up this modal and tell you everything that's included here. You're going to have automated measurements, feature definition, and slope available to you. So after I agree with all this, I can click use ProMaps, and it's going to, if I was on Eagle View, like I was previously with our default imagery provider, it's going to switch over to near maps. So you can see the image background kind of reflect that. And then I can draw my boundary outline. So I'm going to capture all of these houses here. And once I have my boundary, I can double click or click enter, just like when drawing with the normal area/volume tool today. Click the check mark here. Over here on the right hand side, this is going to transition to which data layer packs we want to apply. So right now we can do building footprints, swimming pools, surfaces, and vegetation. So I'm going to select surfaces here, and then it's going to load all of the surfaces within this area that I defined. And then I can manually toggle on whether I want to be able to track concrete, lawn, natural surfaces, asphalt, or bodies of water. So then toggling any of these on or off, like let's do lawn and grass, you can see the lawn goes away. And here, this pink, this is going to be our concrete. So let's zoom in here and we can kind of see the accuracy that it's able to provide us. So it automatically highlights any concrete surfaces in the area that I defined. And so this is going to help with, measuring areas more quickly and efficiently than we can today by manually having to go through and click each point to measure these surfaces that we have available to us here. We will have the ability to transition this into a material over here on the left-hand side. And so that's why what Kelsey was previously mentioning is this is a early beta state where we're still doing a lot of testing and fine tuning. So it's only going to get better from here, but we can see kind of the possibilities that this allows us to quickly tackle and measure an area that we've defined here on our map. So I'm going to go ahead, we can check out building footprints. So this is automatically going to highlight all of your buildings. And so you can see all the buildings within this little neighborhood that I have defined here. Soon, next to it, it's going to show the square footage and the color so that you don't have to guess specifically. That's helpful on the surfaces area. Whenever everything's selected, you may, right off the start, you're not sure which, which color is concrete and which is asphalt, but that color will be shown here as well as the square footage. Right now, we can see it if we click this cog icon where we can change the color of these data layers. So we can make this, any color that we want using our standard color picker that we have for our normal materials today. And then we have the confidence slider. So this is going to adjust, how much of this area is being automatically measured. The higher the confidence, the less area you're going to have measured, because that's just how confident the NearMaps AI is that, that area that you're capturing is actually this surface, which is grass that we're looking at right now. So our default is 50%, which captures a good amount of area. And then if we drag it down, it's going to continue to capture extra area. And then opacity, just adjust how transparent this measurement is going to be on the screen. And then here we are with the associate with catalog items. So say this lawn and grass, I want to transition it into a turf item. I can click this drop down. It's going to populate with any of my area items that I have over here in my catalog selection panel that I've added to the project. So if I select turf and convert layer to item, we can see over here now this turf shows 360,000 square feet of measured turf. So that's kind of the quick rundown of ProMaps. Again, early beta state with what we have today, but there's a lot of awesome features available here. And I think it's going to save a ton of time and make measuring a lot more efficient for everyone. A couple other things to touch on with ProMaps is we can edit our boundary. So you can capture actually multiple boundaries at the same time. So if I click edit, I can draw an additional boundary up here. Say I wanted to capture these two houses or three houses next. After I confirm, if I click surfaces again, it'll load all of this area, and you can see now I have my original boundary as well as this new boundary that I measured here. And this actually has a pond, so we can see that water get automatically measured for us. So I guess I'll stop for a second. Kelsey, are there any questions so far on ProMaps or anything that we've talked about?
We do not have any questions yet.
Okay, cool. Well, then we will keep on moving on. And then if any questions do pop up, feel free to shoot them our way and I will jump back over to ProMaps and we can take another look. So I'm going to go back to my project list. And before I hand it back over to Kelsey, just talk about our created by filter again. So on both the projects and property screen, we've added this filter list up here where you can configure your columns and filters that you're using on those two screens. On specifically the projects list, we added the created by filter. So if I click created by, I can search for a user. Let's search for our product manager, Joshua Martin. So this is automatically going to now pull up all of his projects that he has. And then if I wanted to, I could save this view. So we'll do Josh's projects. save. And then now over here, I can click my filters that I have saved and see Josh's projects here. And so anytime that I came to the screen, I could click saved views and quickly look at, any projects that Josh has or any other user, including myself, uh, in the system. And then you can continuing filtering down more by adding more filters here, whether or not that's using the existing filters that we added previously for keyword tags, bid date, parent property. So if you're consistently naming projects with a certain name, then that keyword feature is going to be helpful. If you're adding tags to specific projects, filtering for tags will be beneficial to you. So then over here, one last thing, again, you can favorite any of these filters by clicking the star icon. Clicking this and marking it as a favorite will make it the default filter. So anytime you visit the screen, so let's navigate away and then come back. Since I favorited the Josh's projects filter, it's automatically going to filter for all Joshua's projects every time I come to the screen. And then I can change it back by unstarring it so that it works as it does for the default view. I think that wraps up created by filters as well. So Kelsey, I'll throw it back to you and you can talk about the ProMaps beta if you want.
Yeah, awesome. Let me just switch back to where we were. Yeah, so real quick, before we do jump all the way back to ProMaps beta, we'll always touch on this roadmap preview just to kind of give you an idea of where we're headed. So you'll see that we've started tackling some of these items on this list. So reports and dashboards are already there, and they're going to continue to improve. The more advanced drawing tools and AI assisted measuring is coming together. And so that leads me into any Q&As, I'm sorry, any questions that we will dedicate these next few minutes for, but also for our upcoming beta test, beta opportunity, the ProMaps that Zach just shared. You could have an opportunity to participate in that. So you'll receive the insider newsletter on Thursday, and it will have a reminder to go look in the app, and you will see a pop-up that will ask you if you are interested in participating in this beta. So you'll be able to be one of the first to test it and help us fine tune it so that it becomes a fully fleshed feature, and can get you access to that sooner sooner than full general release. So be on the lookout for that. Like I said, there will be a reminder in the in this week's email, and then you'll see the sign up form. Zach, is it a form or a survey? I think it's a survey.
I think it's a survey. Yeah,
Okay.
we'll have to double check, but either way.
Yes, it'll be in the app. It'll just record your interest, and then we'll be able to reach out with next steps. But Zach, I don't think so. One of our questions, will we be charged to test the beta? So it's not gonna, I know you won't be charged like an additional, like there's no extra subscription fee, but do you know if we're gonna charge like the 2 ProMaps credits during the beta?
I'll have to talk to Joshua, but I'd imagine we wouldn't be charging for the credits during the beta period.
Yeah, I can't imagine we would, since you would be helping us test the new functionality. Just give it another minute or two for any other questions, comments, concerns. We were pretty quick today. Let's see. Yep, didn't see anything come in. Yep, so I guess we'll wrap up today. If there's anything that comes in last minute here, we will address it. But thank you for joining us today. You'll receive a recording of this webinar later this afternoon. And then, like I said, be on the lookout for Thursday's insider email. We'll get this information into some written notes for you, and provide that reminder for the open beta signups. So Zach, Chris, I think we're all wrapped up for today. Awesome. Cool. Well, thank you everybody. I hope you enjoy your day and you will be hearing from us soon.